some socks on. Hey y'all. Hey everybody. I know it's late. I got ready to get on here and then I saw y'all nephew had called me, so I called him back and we chopped it up. Hey everybody. How y'all day go? I took me a good nap and I'm still sleepy. I don't know why. Hey nephew. You know yeah, you don't know your niece. Your cousin told me yesterday y'all should call me Miss Frizzle. I said they already do. She said so they should call you Miss Frazzle because you be stressing people out. I said, you know what? You get on my nerves. Hey y'all. Yes. She said I'm gonna call you Miss Frazzle because you be stressing people out. I said, I do not be stressing people out. She said, right, Miss Frazzle. Petty. I just got off the phone with your cousin and we had a really good talk. You know, my son is about to be 28 in a few days, about 7 or 8. And he's very wise, y'all. You know, and we can talk about grown up issues. I said, you my friend, son, so I can talk to you. And it's real crazy because I had the uncomfortable conversations with my kids when they was young, but now we can have real life conversations about dating, and I can tell them, you know, my stories, and they can tell me their stories. And he was like, "Mom, I do." I said, "Boy, you your mama's son." He said, "Mom, they be on me." I said, he said, "And I don't be impressed." I said, "You your mama's son. Your sister just said this to me yesterday." I said, "And now you see why I was single most of y'all life, because I don't be impressed." I don't, and I just rather not. He said I be too focused on my goals to be thinking about some women. I said, hey, I get it, I do. And my daughter said the same thing. She was like, mm. She said, "Mom, most of them can't even hold no conversation." I said, listen, and now y'all see why I used to be like, yeah, no, I'm going to get off this phone, blocked, cause what the heck, I don't want it. I'm just proud of him though. I was just telling him that. So and we were talking about, remember I told y'all that no, my kids, God always sends my kids dreams, like if I'm not dreaming, my kids are dreaming. If you were in class earlier today, we were talking about the fire in the magma. Do y'all know he dreamed about it last night? He said, "Mom." I said, "What?" I said, I was telling him about it raining fire. He said, "Do you know we was," he said, the volcanoes, they definitely can't hold conversations now. Proud of your kids, same age. Listen, it's crazy. And one is 22 and one is about to be 28. So that shows you the age gap. And they all be seeing the same stuff. And I'm grateful for it. That means you just ain't going to just hook up with no anybody because they got to keep your interest, which is a good thing. It'll keep you from a lot of hell and headache. But anyway, he tells me that he had a dream. We just got off the phone right now. He tells me that he had a dream that him and his friends was somewhere and volcanoes started going off, y'all, but they was somewhere close to water. And he said they was trying to skip, like jump on to other stuff, just as North Korea issued new threats against the good old flag. He might be busy. Hey, can you do me a favor? Are you busy? Can you just tell the people your dream really quickly that you had last night? I'm gonna put you on speaker. Hold on. Okay, go ahead.
In my dream, I was chilling on an island with some people, and it was me physically in the dream. And then out of nowhere, make a long story short, this volcano started erupting, and people was running to the water to escape it. But they're either getting got by the lava from the volcano or lava was already in the water. And the people were trying to jump further and further out, but the lava kept coming up no matter how far they were trying to jump out into the water.
Thank you, son. I love you.
I love you too.
Have a good day.
All right.
Bye. That was his dream last night. I just talked to him, and in my class today, we talked about lava and magma and how many volcanoes there are. Y'all don't think that's crazy? I just talked to him. I hadn't talked to him this morning when we had that conversation because I woke up from my nap and him and my daughter had called me, so I called him back and I got to call his sister back. And Pompeii. Yep, y'all sure did keep on bringing up Pompeii. That was his dream last night. So do y'all understand? Are y'all getting just a glimpse of how my life go? God will have me talk about something random to me. And then somebody connected with me will call me and be like, hey, can I tell you about my dream? What you think about this and that? This is every day. It ain't not one day that this kind of stuff don't happen to me. But y'all are starting to see it. We will have a class and then you all come back and tell me, did you see this? Did you see that? It's the same thing. Or TT or CERCA or Mama CERCA, I done had a dream. Sis, I done had a dream. And it be relevant to everything that's going on around us. Hey, Pumpkin, you hear me? If you've been here more than 6 months, can you see it? Y'all see why I don't be having no friends? Can y'all see it now? Because even in the streets, I'll be like, yeah, I don't know. I just keep having a vision of this happening. And then I would leave because it ain't got to show up in my face too many times before it's time for me to go. And then when I would leave, exactly whatever I kept telling them I kept having a feeling about, that's what would happen. Say, you jinxed the party. You did this, you did that. I said, no, but I know when my stomach gets to moving, it's time for me to go. You ain't got to tell me twice. I'd rather hear about it than have to explain it to somebody. You hear me? I'd rather see it on the news than have to be the one talking on the news. You hear me? And that's the difference. When you listen to God, you get to watch it from the house. When you wait on Lucifer to tell you, you're going to be the person on the TV in front of the microphone talking about the craziness that you just barely escaped. You get me? Do y'all feel like that now? God will tell you prior to. So you can be in position to go or whatever else it is. But people wouldn't listen. Like I said, my whole life, my kids' whole life, they have come and told me that was a thing in our house. What did you dream? What did you dream? What did you dream? Every morning I was going to ask everybody in the house, did they dream? Because I understand, and y'all even see from what we read, that God will give your kids dreams about what's coming. He did it with Isaac. He did it with a lot of people. Your kids can give you a warning. This is why he said, don't discount the stuff that they say because they're young. Because I can speak directly through your child to you. And as y'all can see, my son, who's soon to be 28, me and my bro be like that. We share dreams sometimes. Yeah. To this day, I wish I seen you sooner than 4 months ago. Lexi, don't worry, baby. You met us at the time. You met us at the time. You did. You met us at the time you were supposed to. At least you met us. It's a lot of people that met us and they didn't listen. It's a lot of people that came over here to WOAU and they called me a quackpot and they left. They called me a witch and they left. Y'all was here. And now we ain't even on TikTok. Now we ain't as accessible as we was because most people don't think to come looking. So she's not on TikTok anymore and this and that. Okay. Well, we somewhere, just not where they know us to be. I keep on seeing all of these influencers. They keep on talking about locking up too. I said, oh, well, it all makes sense. Because if you can influence the people and you don't agree with the politics that's going on, you're a threat. Period. To whatever it is that they about to do. I do think it is absolutely amazing. And we talked about this the other day, but I just seen another thing. Diabetes medicine is one of the big things that people are talking about right now. Did y'all see that? With Trump changing the Medicare policies and stuff like that, a lot of people with diabetes are talking about the prices of their medication, right? Have y'all seen that? Yeah, you haven't. Okay. Well, a lot of people. Okay. A lot of people are talking about level 4 medications and different things like that. Hey, pumpkin. And to tell you the truth, I don't be on TikTok since you left. I only be there for the info. Yeah, me too. Well, ooh, one man's prescription for his insulin went from $6 to $80 for a 28-day supply. So it probably wouldn't have even cost him $80 a year on the Obama medicine plan for his insulin. For a whole year, he probably wouldn't have spent $80. And now it's $80 for 28 days. Well, if you ain't gonna say it, I will. So a certain dean said, get your medicine about 6 months of it before it increased, before this point. But let me sit on the back of the class and sip this Long Island, that part. That part. And then you know what else I thought about? They're not covering certain medications. So God allows so many people to get off of medication before they stop covering it. Do you see how crazy that is? And amazing all in one? 3 years prior to them playing with people's medicine and people's health, God had all these people go and start getting off medicine, and they take half the medicine they was taking, and they not on all these prescriptions because it would have shocked their body. A lot of people probably could have died instantly. So by people learning about the names of the demons, being the names of the medicine, they quit taking them, and all of a sudden these ailments go. Think about that, y'all. Y'all don't think that's crazy? We have people buying herbs and finding natural remedies to manage their health. My daughter is a diabetic, and I have been holding some, but they cut her insurance off. I still don't have insurance. I ain't had insurance the whole time I know y'all. That's why I ain't never had no knee surgery. I prayed over this knee and asked God to heal it, and y'all didn't watch it. I've been was jumping up on trees and not trees, you know, jumping up on trees. That was the problem. That's how I got broke. Um, Jumping up in chairs and all kinds of stuff. And this knee is fine. Building and lifting and everything. Because I don't have no insurance. I haven't had any insurance this whole time. Yep. That is how it got messed up. I didn't mean to say trees, but because I was looking at this saying I done built wood and all of that, and amen. Y'all know where we was going, but that's how it got messed up. Mm-hmm. That's how it got messed up. But y'all see, I don't wear no brace every day. I could barely sit down and stand up when I first met y'all, and over this time, I ain't had no physical therapy. You said you still on meds, you can't afford the herbs. Okay. Well, God know what He doing. You know what I mean? He'll make a way. He will. I haven't had any SC flare-ups in months. I'm so thankful to God. Interesting. Interesting. Well, this is the thing. God was warning us. And like Mari said, God, he told us. And it's a good thing, I think. Because a lot of people are living in shock right now. A lot of people woke up this morning in the IRS. Did y'all see that? And they did not have a job. Did y'all see this? And it's not one or two people. It's several hundred or several thousand at one time. You said so many people got fired. This in the last 2 months, hundreds of thousands of people have lost their jobs in one way or another. This man fired the freaking general, the black dude that had to welcome him, and Pete Hegseth and all of that. When he fired this man. It was 6,700. Interesting. Interesting. Well, I'm not just saying in the government. I'm saying because of everything that he is doing, a lot of other regular people, not just government people, a lot of regular other people have lost their jobs. Several thousand people at different places are being laid off. Geico, the insurance company, all kind of companies in the government a certain amount, but no, people are losing their jobs. And you know they're not going to report the real numbers. They never do. So you already know it's more than what they're saying. Interesting. I don't know what that herb was, but there we go. Whatever that is. But think about this, family. Got it. Got it. I don't know. Cambodia is what it's called. However it works. God told us. And we probably some of the stuff that God has y'all doing. Arizona let go a lot of their workers to replace them with AI robots. Okay, Nevaeh. They're not telling people how many people are losing their jobs. Our economy, we are in a depression, family. And you have to think, none of those people probably planned for if I lose my job. This is why God told us to cut back our costs. This is why He told us if you can get a cheaper car, get one. If you can get a cheaper house, get one. If you can get your things reduced to a lower, get on a budget plan and do all of these things. Do y'all see the benefit of that right now? Anybody? Because a lot of people have just been living the way they always live. They have not taught themselves to live with less. Well, now everybody is about to learn how to do that. Except for the billionaires. And then God gonna let them feel it too. They money ain't gonna help them when God start doing what he gonna do. It's gonna affect their households as well. It's a real thing that God will warn you about what is coming. He will use dreams. He will use a TV show. He can use a piece of paper. He can use a freaking, what you call that thing? Fortune cookie, if that's what he wants to get you a message. And most people are so preoccupied or so distracted with things that are not beneficial that they cannot see. The fact that I keep hearing people on this internet say, I'm going to believe it when I see it type person, and they think they standing on business. You're not standing on business by saying you'll believe it when you see it. It's the opposite. You waiting for a catastrophe to happen, and then you'll just have to do that. So back to what I was saying. You know, we are in the days of Noah. And I just told y'all, nephew, I said, I feel like once that calf blood is shed and it hits the ground, it's going to be a lot of bloodshed on the ground. And I know that sounds so crazy, but that's what it's like. I can almost see it splatting. You know what I mean? Like on the concrete, in between the crevices. And it's like, it's the feeling I keep getting is that when that blood hits the earth, it's going to kick off some craziness that we've never seen. And I'm not saying this is, but that's what I keep feeling. Like for the last couple of days, it's like when that blood hit the ground, it's gonna, you know what I mean? Like I don't really know how to explain it. I can't put it into words. And this is just a feeling. I'm not saying, oh, God told me, blah, blah. I'm just telling y'all the feeling I keep getting. Because it's like a sign that it's about to be a lot of blood spilled. And it makes sense because look at even what our president is doing, where the police gonna be able to do whatever they want to, and they can kill and do. So it makes sense because I told y'all this before he really got on this. He about to wipe their stuff clean and all of that, but that's the feeling that I was having. Well, if you have cops that are a part of this party, we've seen Nazi Germany and other places where they go in and commit a genocide. It makes sense. Cue music, Transformers theme song. Another one bites the dust. No, that's not it. That's something else. I can't think of it. But yeah, I'm just gonna say it. Another one bites the dust. I don't know what the theme song is, nephew. That was I heard, but that ain't it. But amen. Amen. I I think that we are getting ready to see things of monumental, like you know how we read in Enoch and it was just basically saying everything is indescribable, right? Like you can't describe God's majesty, you can't describe the colors, you can't describe the lights, you can't describe what the angels look like because it's really not any words for it. That's how I feel about what's coming now. I think a lot of these crevices that's been opening up is so that beings that God said was in the earth could easily get out because they can find the light. Seeing as how they told us all these beings wasn't true and now they is. So if aliens is real, the rest of the stuff is too. No? Aliens was a part of the mythology, right? The lore. The theme song to Dragon Ball Z, Kai and Dragon Ball Z. Listen. Speaking what's going on in the world. All I'm going to say is this. We got to get ready. And we are. But things are happening so quickly. Taking us back to portals of the King Kong Godzilla nephew. This. That thing that's in New York at the United Nations with the lion and cheetah body and the snake back and that. Don't forget about the demons that's going to be released. Can you do me a favor and go look up an Arabic jinn? Yes, the chimera, nephew. Well, think about it. Japan is playing. They can incubate a chimera now. And I mean, how long is a lion pregnant? How long is a cheetah pregnant? How long do snake eggs take to incubate? 9 months, 6 months, 3 months. They can have chimeras by the end of the year. No? And they ain't gonna stay little long. Because don't forget, they've been finding these bones over here in Iraq and in that whole area. That's what the wars is about. They need that DNA. They want to raid the tombs and get all the gold. This is why they want to be over there. All the rest of the relics. The same thing that the Catholic Church did years ago. This is what they want to do. Which leads to hybrid armies of New Age. Yep, nephew. They already got the supers. I remember when they was talking about the super soldiers in China years ago. The performance enhancing drugs, y'all, is giant DNA. They've been found them bones. Y'all think they just put them in a museum and they don't take no DNA from them out the core of the bones? Y'all think that? That's what you think? And then they replicate that DNA. And then this is what they call our sports performance drug. Remember that when the giant DNA mixed with the human DNA, right? It mutated it. Cheetahs are pregnant 92 days. Okay. So say they put all those cells together and in 92 days, we could have in less than 6 months, less than 4 months, we could have a chimera. Fully birthed and we already know, because what is a liger? What is a liger? And they can't reproduce from what I heard. A lion and a tiger mix. Oh, Thundercats Hole. Okay. Right? They had them in Vegas. I remember this. That's what attacked the man. They were never supposed to mix, but they did it anyway. And that race of tigers, lion and tigers, the ligers, it's hard for them to reproduce. You mean like the fruit that they start playing with? Do you think that God did that for a reason? when he made the DNA, that you can mix it, but it ain't gonna reproduce nothing. You remember when they kept making the cloned sheeps and they wouldn't live? Like they could form and everything, but then they would get them and they would always have some kind of issue, or the hearts wouldn't work or the brains wouldn't work. Y'all don't remember this? They've been practicing miscegenation. They never stopped. And this is why the research labs underground, all the army people talk about all these beings that's real, but they in army bases and in different areas in the world where they're not heavily populated and this and that. Is this not what we talk about? This is why we study what we study. Yeah. Right. We know for a fact that there's dinosaurs in the Congo. We talked about the Congo. Now the Congo is going crazy right now. Y'all remember us talking about the Congo? Y'all remember me bringing that brown book out when we first started? And I said, it's dinosaurs in the Congo. And people's like, this lady is crazy. Well, what is they doing in Congo? They trying to get down in there in them jungles and get rid of the indigenous people because they know what's in there. It's also gold, and where there's giants, there's treasure, is it not? In the Brazilian forest, all of the people that are deep down in there where the regular people don't go, when they go interview them, they say it's giants still eating people, and we gotta put these animals out here or they'll come in here and eat us. They'll come out the mountain. You said yes, ma'am, and in Malawi? Oh, okay. Just, oh my God. What you gonna do when you get on TV in less than a year and it's a brontosaurus on the TV? Which in my mind led to them burning a good part of the Amazon forest in Brazil last year. Oh, and see, I didn't even know that. Yeah. Yeah. They know what, okay. The whole earth saw that giant man open the door of that mountain, the rock of the mountain, like a door, and close it back. We ain't heard nothing else from them people. Okay? Y'all don't think they know what's in there? After they done showed us so many cities that are in caves, they get into a cave system and find a whole carved city out of rock that is massive. Y'all don't think they know these people there? Huh? Pumpkin, Carol, you must not have been here in a long time. I talked about leaving TikTok a long time ago. No. But you know where to find us. We've been talking about it for over a year that we wasn't going to be over there. Nope. Mm-hmm. So, with that, it's all of our studies is about to pop up off the page or are popping up off the page. And I'm grateful for it, family. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I'm grateful that we didn't have to be caught off guard. I'm grateful that God gave us time to plan. He gave us time to change our hearts and change our minds to prepare for this and to be in a more relaxed state. Even though it's chaotic, everything that is happening, He allowed us to get rid of a lot of stress and a lot of chaos so that we can think effectively during these times. He had us plan emergency plans and get freaking road atlases and all kinds of stuff that is going to be huge right now, is it not? Who thinks they road atlas is going to be a good deal? Seeing as how you might have to be driving everywhere because you ain't going to be able to fly. Anybody? Road atlas come in handy if you get into a place and there's no GPS, right? The way they playing with the everything. Think about that. A lot of people ain't about to be flying. Now, this could be a number of things. If his friends are in the oil business, that's going to drive up gas prices and people are going to rent more cars and drive. And then they make a cool gazillion dollars real quick. And then they stop having the planes fall out the sky. That's an option. And I've been thinking about that too. Because everything that they're doing right now is motivated by money. Every single thing. Yeah. Everything. The food prices failing, the gouging, all of that. Hmm. So, I don't know. I know that I'm grateful that we were warned. I have been on TikTok just to get the information and, about these people being let go. I'm grateful to you, okay? For you, however you say it, that you all listened to get to the demand of workers and focus back on the coal and oil versus electric, yeah, which was killing people and all kind of crazy stuff. But either way it go, it's frying us. Cause all of these electrical 5G poles is frying our brains. It's crazy. Like they just trying to kill us everywhere around. They sell us death machines. Cause the radiation from our iPads, our cell phones, our headphones, our Wi-Fi boxes, the 5G, like they make us pay for stuff that's killing us literally. I do think, like I said, if you have your ebooks on Amazon or whatever it is, Kindle, whatever, you need to make sure that you are downloading those before, what y'all say, the 26th or the 28th. I think it's so crazy that they taking these books, though, for real. And my son just looked it up. He was like, yep, Mom, you won't be able to download a file and something else he was saying. You won't be able to do something with the file. And they already got 6G out on some of these phones. But, of course, they're not. Oh, they ain't going to tell us, right? Yeah. Did y'all know? Some of y'all didn't know. Some of y'all probably caught it in a rewatch. But if you have ebooks on Amazon, you need to find you something and download them. Okay? So you have them. And if you have to, print them out. Okay? Y'all hear me? Because they getting ready to get rid of these books. Try to. Public access to books, I should say. I think it's mind blowing. Thank you for telling us because I didn't know. Yeah, by the 26th. So one lady said she had to download like 700 books before the 26th or the 28th, one of them days. So this is so crazy. And you know what? I'm talking to y'all like I don't got Kindle books I need to download. It ain't that many, but I do got some. I do. While I'm talking to y'all, hell, I need to be downloading my own. I got about 7. I got about 7 on Kindle. I need to go on and get them downloaded because I don't think I have a physical copy of them. And I can print them out. Yeah, I got me some I need to print out too. If I got a physical copy of it, I won't print it out. But I think for sure there's at least 4 to 7 that I don't have the physical copy of that I need to go ahead and do that. That's crazy. You said what? Right now, the LLC is the new Alexandria. Interesting. I've been downloading books off Sacred Text. Good job. Good job. Can I ask y'all a question? Did y'all think it was gonna happen this fast? Library of Congress. Okay. Thank you. Huh? Did y'all think all of this was gonna happen this fast for real? For real? No. Y'all think felt like we probably had a little bit more time? No. No. No, but not surprised. No. Okay. I just wanted to know. We talked about it, and if you've been in church, you've been hearing about it forever, but not at all as fast as it came up, jumping up off the pages. Absolutely not. Nope, because it seemed like just yesterday. Okay. I wanted to know. I did, because I'm used to it. Class after class just popping up. Yep. You said yes because you've been warning us. Okay. Okay, so you the one, yes. Most people's like, yeah, no. Because most people be like, okay, I'm going to listen, but I feel like, CERCA be doing a lot. She makes everything like you need to do it right now. Yeah, because you do. It's very important that you do it right now, not later, right now. You need to do it right now. Please, don't wait. No, I thought we'd have a couple more years at first, yeah. Yeah, and you hope for that, you know? Because I got little bitty grandbabies and stuff like that, and it's like, dang. Time is of the essence. It is. You say, yeah, because you do. You know what you talk about. But this is the thing, though. Now do you see why there was an urgency for you to move? People told y'all it wasn't that serious and you didn't have to do all that. But do you see why you had to? It seemed excessive then, but it doesn't seem excessive now. I got a 10-month-old and been hoping to get more time. That's not a reality. But at least you've been preparing, though. Think about all of the friends your age or even older, and they're not preparing. It make you feel like they don't care about their kids. It make you feel like they don't care about their family. Don't it? You be like, you just don't care, so you just gonna wing it, huh? Okay. Okay. Or they say, I don't got time to be worried about that, and I don't got money to be spending on that, but you will see them out at the club or getting their nails done or getting their hair done or, buying a purse or whatever else it is. So you have money and time for that, but you don't have time to sit down with me and learn how to make bread or learn how to dehydrate some food or whatever else it is. Like, you don't have time for that. The sense of urgency was real. Do you see why, Niqua? We didn't even make it 5 years. And every single thing that God told us to look into, it has been valuable. Can you go through your stuff and think of one thing that you shouldn't have bought that ain't gonna be valuable right now? Like if you go through your stash, is there anything in there that you think, I didn't have to buy this, this wasn't a necessity in the time that we're living in right now? I had a friend say God will provide for me as she went and bought a Range Rover. No, she didn't. Nope. I'm still thinking of more stuff to get. Then I don't got time to worry. You said then I don't got time to worry about the hunger future questions. Come on, Mari. Come on. Did y'all hear that? Miss LK said, yeah. I told my friend, she told me she God gonna provide, and then she went and bought her a Range Rover. Okay. Okay. I guess you gonna have Range Rover tire soup. I mean, I don't know. Seatbelt sandwiches. That's crazy. Give me you. Everything else can wait. Give me you. I hope it's not too late. Lord, give me you. Lord, give me you. That's how I feel right now. You hear what I said? Lord, give me you. Lord, give me you. You, nigga, cuz, do you understand me? It's me, oh Lord, on my knee. I'm crying out to you. You hear me? You hear hits the drum and kicks the drums. Come on. Listen, you cannot tell me. You said Frizzle Wilson sang. I'm trying to tell. Listen, okay, y'all. Okay, if you just sit back and just think, your mind could have been on so many other things in the last however long that you have been here. Do you understand that? You could have been in situations that kept you not thinking about God. You could have been pursuing this all-time favorite career, and you said, God, I don't, everything else can, Lord, give me you. I'm on my knees crying out to you. I need some help. Can you guide me through whatever's about to go on? Do you hear me? You have rice. You have canned chicken. You have a way to filter water. You have those things because you told God, I want whatever it is that you want to give me. The world said that those things had no value. They called you crazy like they did Jesus and his homeboys and the rest of the people that believed that something that hadn't happened yet was happening and they got up and moved. You don't think that people thought Joseph was crazy when he kept telling them, God told me a famine was coming, we're going to have 7 years of plenty and 7 years of famine after that? You don't think that all of the leaders of the prophets was like, what is you talking about? No. Well, I'm gonna just start collecting stuff anyway. They're like, whoa, for what? You're overreacting, Joseph. He didn't let that stop him. He still went and rounded up. So those people had to give up a third of what their crops would normally be. So when it was nothing, they had something. And he did that for 7 years, stored and dried goods and water in crates and barrels under the ground, in the kings, wherever, and wherever they had all that stuff. So you know what? When there was no food nowhere else, they was eating at least one meal a day. They had water to drink. Because in a drought, which would be what would take it through there, it ain't going to be no water either. That's why the animals is dying and the crops ain't growing because there ain't no water. So where you going to get some water from? So he didn't only store food. He stored water as well for 7 years to probably keep millions of people alive. But it said he did it during the 7 years of plenty. Well, guess what you all did? During those last 2 years of plenty from COVID, from 21 to 23, guess what y'all did? Y'all did the same thing that Joseph did. While it was good and easy to get and affordable, you did exactly, I give it this 3 years. You did exactly what Joseph did. Even though it was good and stuff was cool, you did not let that distract you from what God was saying, which was bad times are coming. You did not let what your friends allowed you to think you was missing out on and these trips your family do. Y'all said, I don't want no parts of that. I don't want no parts of that. Oh, so you're not going to come to grandma's birthday party? I will see grandma later. I'm not flying to Jamaica to come see grandma. No, I got other stuff I got to do. And it probably felt weird at first, but I know it feels good now. I know that the sacrifices that you made listening to God when he said, buy this, do this, get that, stop doing this, stop doing that. You know how many people is about to go through a real culture shock right now because they can't blow their money like they want to and try to make people feel like they live in a fabulous life? Did we talk about this? That God is even in the playing field, and even generals are losing their jobs. Not that I want that to happen, but God told us it was. Even the high-ranking businessmen and stuff like that are being let go from their companies because they a DEI hire or whatever it is. They don't support the regime that's in office right now. No? That man told the governor of wherever she from, you ain't about to be working in politics long. Because she said, well, I see you in court. He said, yeah, your career is over. Your political career is over. Because she stood up to him. And he got so furious that he told her, so you threatening this woman's political career? And you going to do whatever you going to do to try to get rid of her because she made you look small in front of the country. They are picking up people for speaking crazy about Elon Musk, and this nigga is not even an elected official or a citizen. So you can go to a military jail for speaking to a a, a regular person because that's how he is. He's not elected. He's not nothing. So why are U.S. citizens being picked up for talking crazy about somebody that ain't even an elected official or a citizen? Influencers. These niggas think they going to a rock concert. This is their 15 minutes of fame. And they keep acting badly so people will talk about them. Do we talk about this? The people that just do all kind of crazy stuff, they don't care if it's negative attention, they just want attention. We're literally watching two grown men tear our country down to the ground because of that very reason. Ruining other people's lives because they want to be the center of attention. Taking away people's livelihoods. Everything. God had us to transform our minds, learn how to only speak certain things, learn how to look at the situation before speaking, research, get paperback books, and think. It's too many things to count because he knew that we were getting ready to go through these things. He knew that pride and sin and all kind of stuff was really about to be ruling. They got a short time. That's why they're doing stuff so quickly, because they don't have that much time. So everything is moving faster, and it's happening several things in a day because the time is shorter. This 3 years went by like nothing. In our reality, it don't feel like we've been here a year and a half, and it's been 3, because everything went so quickly. And it's about to get faster. And more chaotic. Do y'all feel the terror building? The fear and all, y'all feel that? Not with us, because we know, but can you feel it in the communities that you're going in? People, what we felt 3 years ago or 2 years ago, like that urgency and that, ooh, I need to do something. I need to get up and I need to make sure and I need to. They're just now feeling it while it's happening. While things are unsure about their jobs. Think about the people that saw videos about whatever, and they was like, oh, I'm not going to worry about that, and now they lost their job. It will, if you don't have no savings or nothing, how are you going to get those things? Especially now when they 2-3 times the price that they was 2-3 years ago. Did we talk about that? Did we talk about that? It might not be no money to buy nothing, or people ain't gonna be working, so you don't know if you're gonna have the money at that time to get it or not. We talked about this, and it's literally happening. Not only is people losing their jobs and they probably don't have nothing extra stored up or whatever, but things are also 3, 4, 5, 6 times more expensive than they was. Mm-hmm. So I'm not gonna keep y'all. I'm about to go, but just know God looked out for us, and I'm grateful. You know, we sat and we got in His face, and we wanted to know, even though it was scary to think about because it wasn't happening yet. But now we're living it, and it's not as scary. It's still scary, but it's not as alarming or unsettling because we knew it was coming and we prepared for it. You don't got to be scared if you prepare. Now, I'm not saying that they start dropping bombs. Yeah, that's something different. But just knowing that you not, like, if they cut everything off or they be on some crazy stuff, that as long as you can stay in your home, for the most part, you have what you need to be able to heat your home or whatever else. And people are like, oh, you don't think people gonna come? God ain't just stopping people from getting into spaces. His angels ain't left nowhere. And I'm not saying that God ain't gonna allow that to happen, but I mean, if we listened, there could be some advantages to that. Because we moved in faith, and He said when we move in faith, then He gonna move. So you never know. He could allow every single space around me to get kicked in, and for whatever reason, they just never pay attention to my house. Or the angels that are out there that the men see that they think that are men, but they're not even men, that I can't even see. We don't know how God about to move and groove around here. You know what I mean? It ain't nothing for angels that have been unseen to materialize. And when somebody think they about to come to a space, that he let them encounter people who they think are people that are not even people. This was about to be a war. God's angels is gonna be here too. So we don't know how it's gonna go, but he does reward those who act in faith. And y'all acted in faith. I'm not saying that he won't protect those that didn't act in faith, but I mean, I don't think he would just have us buying this stuff for nothing. I don't think that. I think he has a purpose for every single thing that we purchased. I do. I'm telling you. So, I love y'all. I ain't gonna keep y'all. I'm probably getting ready to go watch some TV. I had a nap, but I'm still tired. I don't know if it's the weather, it being real cold, or what. But I've been wanting to be snuggled under my covers if I'm not in here. You hear me? I made me some cauliflower fried rice today. It was real good. It's my first time ever doing that. Sam's got it. I said, okay, this is different. It was good. So go watch something or find something to read or color. I told my son I kind of want to color too. So that might be something I do, and then we'll maybe get together tomorrow afternoon. Depends on what time I get up, get situated. Oh, I love fried cauliflower. Oh, I've been eating that, girl. That's what I used to go get when I used to go to the fish place. I've been eating fried cauliflower since I was a kid. Love it. I like brown cauliflower with ranch, just like I do broccoli. You're welcome. You're welcome. I love y'all. Yep, I'm about to go climb in this bed. Don't snuggle under these covers. That's what I'm about to go do. Good night. I love y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow.